Hi, folks. This is a love jar binding. I've called the Santa Muerte for help. Um, so this little working is again, it's similar to what I've already got on the channel, but the difference is I've made two little dolls. They don't look great, but they're puppets, and they've been blessed, baptized in the name of the client and of the target. So again, I need to emphasize that I will do a video on this because a lot of people don't really know how to baptize dolls, but I'll show that in a video very soon. So I've got their photographs together with some oils and a little bit of honey in there, and I've got some sugar and rose petals. Now these rose petals have been on the Holy Death's altar for quite a while, so her essence is there. So I have just a little. I always keep the statue sitting beside me whenever she's working with, on a spell. I would keep like the little statue to the side of me, just so that she's watching over, the working. So I've called her forward and asked if she will help with regards to the client, to bring him closer to her, to not keep, straying and stuff. The Holy Death is very good for wayward partners. She likes the family unit, so she does. And despite the fact that she is deaf, she's Saint Deaf, she's all about life. I've explained this many times in my videos, but she's all about life, and I think it's important to note that she really does, tell us to enjoy life because it's fleeting, and death comes for us all. Rich or poor. That's really a lot to do with her. There's a lot more, but obviously I can't go into that now. Pardon me. So yeah, I've got some sugar. I've got some rose petals, and I have the dolls, and I have the photographs. So like I said, just put the photographs together with whatever oils you've got, and put them face to face, put their names, date of birth on the back, and I've put a little bit, I've penned a little petition. I won't read it all, but we're basically telling him that he basically he needs to come back and respect her, be kind to her, and for their bond to deepen, old hurts to be washed away, and to be on at one with each other, spiritually, emotionally, and physically, things like that. Obviously, there's a little bit more on this, but it's just to give you an outline of what I put on it. Also, we don't want him to rest until he is back with her and back with her properly. So that's the thing with these love spells. At the end of the day, we do have to take away some free will because it makes the spell work a lot better. If we start, a love spell obviously is tampering with someone's free will, but if it's meant to be, it will happen anyway. So we're accelerating it, if you want to look at it that way. But anyway, so I've baptized these, and I've got the little photographs and the petition, and I'm just gonna bind everything together with a bit of red ribbon and a padlock. You can use anything along the lines of I sometimes use rings if marriage is something you're after, but I like the padlocks because it locks that person to you, and I like to keep the keys because no one else can have the key. I look at it, the one person has the key to the heart, so that key goes into the jar. So I'm just going to bind this towards me. Also, you could use honey in this jar. In this instance, I'm using sugar just to top it up with. I really like using sugar lately. Oh, it doesn't matter. I nearly got 3 knots there. So that's going in there, like so. And I'm going to pop in some sugar. Any kind of sugar is fine. I don't think they need lots, but I'll put some stuff in anyway. Cinnamon and ginger together. This is a little powder I make to turn up the heat. Again, it's lusk based. Let me have a look. This is a pheromone spray, so that he'll be attracted to her. Follow Me Boy powder. I want to keep the contents of this mainly dry, so just a little bit of oil. Increase attraction. I should have put that on her doll actually, but I know which one it is, so I'll just pop it on top of her. We want him attracted to her and to be drawn. I'm going to put communication oil in here because they need to communicate. He keeps running away from the issue, so they need to communicate. This is like forgiveness, reconciliation. Okay. I'll double check. Yeah. Santa Muerte oil. Again, you know, if you have it, you have it. You don't, you don't. A little bit of orris root just to get him. I did put a little bit of orris root in his doll just to get him. Orris root is good for bending people to your will, so that's why I used it. And that really is the basis of it. I'll probably add a few more, like little rosebuds and stuff, bits and pieces, just to fill the jar up a little bit. Come to me powders and stuff. Let's have a look. See what else I've got. Precipitation, just to get it moving. It wants to come out, that is. There we go. Where are we? I'm looking for the church dirt that I like to use in love workings. There we go. Just a little bit of church dirt, and you know the drill with this. You've seen it all before. I'm going to put a protection powder in there just to, ensure that there's no witchcraft, no third parties. Like I said before, witchcraft is on the up, and more people, there's more people than you realize using witchcraft, and it's becoming almost like a trend. So, yeah, unfortunately, nothing is ever safe from things like that. So it's just to let you know that. A little bit of come to me. The oil smells so nice. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to blow energy into this. I'm going to blow life into it. Pop the little, can you really talk? Pop the little lid on. I've got a little pink Holy Death candle. That will go on top of it. Probably for, let me see. I can do a run of these candles for about 5 days. I think I've got about 5 days worth left. And I need to order some more. They do come from Spain, so there's a bit of a wait. But also, what I'll do is I'll just put a red taper on top of it. But I will make my commands whilst this candle burns each night, or whenever I'm working on it. This might not sit because of the base, but let's see. Yeah, it's perfect. So that will go to her altar, Santa Morte's altar. We can see how things go from there. Now, I'm coming back in a second. So this is a blue skull candle. It probably looks grey or green to you, but it's actually blue. Blue for calmness. Yeah, we could bring pink candles and stuff. At the end of the day, I wanted something to bring a bit of peace to the two of them. So I chose a blue one, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's a skull candle, and that's all that matters. So each night I will also spend a bit of time with this. So I'm going to have to devote a good fraction of the night to this client, which it doesn't matter. That's the idea. And we've agreed on that. So I was going to use a doll head for this working, but I thought I'd use a skull candle because I've got these big ones at the moment. And yeah, they need used up. So I'm going to pop her name across the forehead. I'll just explain what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop her name across the forehead so that he's thinking about her. But first of all, I'm going to etch his name all around the candle and his date of birth. And then I'm going to baptize it. I hold it in my hand and I have a handful of water. Sometimes I use Florida water, sometimes I use rose water, or just water that I've blessed, or water that's been sitting on Holy Death's altar for, not a long time, maybe a few hours. And I'll say, I name you, let's say, John Doe. You now are the mind of John Doe. Whatever I tell you to do, you will do. You must obey my commands. You are now John Doe. That sort of thing. So you are a vessel for the mind of John Doe. It's important to do that. And then I'll just put their, water on. It's a bit like a child's baptism, where they, hold the baby and put the water. I do it like that. And I will show this in a video as to how I do this at a later date. And then I'm going to put some little oils all over this. I will use some control oil, maybe commanding oil, things like that. Love oil, obviously. Think of me, things like that. And a bit of Holy Death oil, because it will go to the altar of the Holy Death. And each night I will light this up, and I will be turning it clockwise whilst I state my intentions for him to return to her, for him to take her in a more serious light, for him to commit to her the proper way, things like that. And I'll be turning it clockwise, and I will be blowing smoke at this. That is the reason why I don't really record these videos. I've done it before, but it's extremely difficult for me because I don't smoke. I'm not a smoker, touch wood. But I feel when I skull work, I have to use some sort of smoke, and incense to me, personally, I don't like incense, but sometimes incense, it burns out too quickly. So I like to use a cigarette. So I will blow it around the candle whilst I'm making my intentions or statements of intent. And it's hard for me to do this on a video and explain to everyone what I'm doing and smoking at the same time. So that's why I don't really show it. But this will be the candle, and I'm going to do the working after this. So it's just to let you all know that. You could use a vape pen. I've used a vape pen before. Yeah, it's okay. It creates a smoke kind of effect, which is what we want. We want a smoke screen. The reason why we use smoke in head workings is so that the person doesn't know that there's work being done. It acts as a barrier, like I said, a smoke screen, and that's basically what it is. So if that person, let's say, goes for a reading, it shouldn't turn up that, there's witchcraft being done on you, there's a love spell on you kind of thing. It's protection from this end. So that's really what it is. So I've asked her to help with the situation. She's a hot saint. She's a fiery saint, and she works quickly. So but at the same time, it does take time for things to fall into place. And it's a very, very important. Here I go again. I repeat myself. I'm sorry, but it's important for you, the client, to do your best to not let the whole thing drag you down. If anything, please, 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 please keep on living and keep on, let him see that you have a life without him. It doesn't matter if he comes and goes. It's game playing, but game playing with witchcraft is a bonus, and it goes hand in hand. Psychology and magic to me are very closely knit. So just don't. I know you're not the type that goes chasing after the guy, but for anyone else, it's important just to drop that contact and let him think of you. No, you don't want anything to get in the way to mess up the results. So it's important just to put that bit of ground between the two of you, if you know what I mean. And then he'll start thinking. And if you're connected on social media or whatever, make sure you're living your best life and he can see it, because that will help. That will really help. So, that's really what I've got for you. Workings on the channel will change. I've done enough of these workings. I'm aware of that. So it's just to let you all know that everything's going to change. Any love work I have, if it's nothing new to the channel, it will be sent privately. Apologies, I'm a little bit delayed. Sorry about that. But you will get if you have a video ordered, the video will be with you very, very soon. Thanks for your patience. It's been quite busy at this end, so it's just to let you know that. Thanks for I've got a lot of new subscribers lately, so thanks for that. Yeah, I'm doing everything I can with regards to trying to get this channel changed around a bit. Taking down notes with regards to how I can put videos together that are a little bit different and all the rest. That's something that I really want to do, and I've been talking about that for months. So that's on the way. But anyway, I'm going to jog off because I really want to get this moving. So I'll say good night and speak to you all again soon.